Here we're talking about a circle with a center at -2/3, -3/4, with an endpoint of 3/4 and 3/2. So a lot of fractions going on, a lot of fractional fun here. Let's just imagine an XY axis where we have points like that. And let's actually change the scale of our graph paper so this can be a little easier to see. So the center is at -2/3. The center is at -2/3 and -3/4. So let's say -2/3 is around here, -3/4 around here. So generally speaking, it's right there. The endpoint of the radius is at 3/4 and 3/2, so around 1.5. So 3/4 and 3/2 we can imagine is around here. And so if we're imagining our circle, it looks something like that. Okay. So with the equation of the circle, x minus h squared, y minus k squared equals r squared, we know that we're going to have x plus 2/3, because that's x minus 2. That's x minus -2/3. And we're going to have y plus 3/4, because the y value of the center is -3/4. So it's y minus -3/4. But what we need is the radius. So we can plug it in and get the radius squared. So imagining that the radius is right here, any diagonal segment on an XY axis has a vertical component to it and a horizontal component to it. In other words, any diagonal line segment is really the hypotenuse of a right triangle, whether you see it or not. And you can use Pythagorean theorem to find the length of the hypotenuse. What you need for that is the length of the horizontal leg and the vertical leg. The horizontal leg is going from an x value of -2/3 to an x value of 3/4. So we can subtract those two numbers to find the horizontal length. So 3/4 minus -2/3 is a double negative, so we'll put a plus. 3/4 plus 2/3, and we'll get some common denominators. Multiply by 3/3 and 4/4, and we'll get 9/12 plus 8/12, which is 17/12. And so that's the distance right there, 17/12. Vertically, we're going from a height of 3/2 to -3/4. So the vertical distance is 3/2 minus -3/4. 3/2 plus 3/4. And multiplying by 2/2, that would give us 6/4 plus 3/4, which is 9/4. And so we now know that the vertical distance is 9/4. Now we have everything that we can plug into the Pythagorean theorem. We can start it as a squared plus b squared equals c squared. 17/12 squared plus 9 over 4 squared equals c squared. 17 squared is 289. 12 squared is 144. 9 times 9 is 81. 4 times 4 is 16. And we need some common denominators here. 144 divided by 16 is 9. So we can take this side and multiply it by 9 over 9. Now we have 289 over 144 plus 81 times 9, 729 over 144 equals c squared. When we add the numerators, we're going to get 1018 over 144 is c squared. Now c is the square root of all that. If we needed this length, it would be that square root. But the truth is we don't need that length because what we're looking for is not the actual radius, but instead we're looking for the number that goes in that spot in the equation of the circle. In other words, that's the radius squared. And that's what we have already. So we don't actually have to ever take the square root. We have the radius squared right there, 1018 over 144. So we've got x plus 2/3 squared, y plus 3/4 squared equals 1018 over 144. And so the answer there is B for boy.